Our second student speaker this evening is Rebeca Sainz. Sainz. Rebeca Sainz is studying psychology and Spanish with a minor in philosophy. She was born in Tijuana, Mexico, and moved to Toppenish, Washington with her mom and brother when she was 12 years old. During her time at WSU, Rebeca has dedicated herself to find ways to do what she is most passionate about, helping others. She practiced this by becoming and serving as student mentor for Multicultural Student Services, co-founder, co-chair, and now active member of the Crimson Group, and a tireless advocate for minority students. After graduation, she plans to pursue her master's in mental health psychology. Help me welcome Rebeca to the stage.
When I was 12 years old, my mom, brother, and I packed our bags, left Mexico, and crossed the United States border to eventually reach a very small town in the state of Washington called Toppenish. Throughout my middle school and high school years, I felt I had to prove I was worthy to be in the U.S. I knew that being undocumented would perhaps complicate things, but I had a dream to reach higher education. I had a dream to attend Washington State University. I remember talking to my high school counselor and telling her my desire of attending WSU. I felt a great sense of pride and accomplishment and rushing through my veins, but I was quickly robbed of that as she bluntly said, "Mika, I think you should stay here. Maybe even check out community college." I stood up, picked up my backpack, and walked away. However, before I left her office, I politely said, "Thank you for the advice, but I'm going to WSU." Now, don't get me wrong, community college is an amazing opportunity, but as I said, I was ready to prove that being undocumented was not going to set me apart from the rest of the world. I chose to attend WSU despite the struggles of leaving home and paying for school with money I did not have nor could get because of my undocumented status. Somehow, my parents were able to come up with the money, helping me stay afloat my first year at WSU. Mami, papi, gracias por los sacrificios y el amor condicional. I knew, however, I would not have the same financial help from home the second year. As I agonized over how I would pay for tuition, a person who I could count on to give me hope came into my life. And she also became my second mom. Her name is Marcella Pattinson. Somehow, I found Marcella's little office tucked in the corner of Flighty Student Support Services. As I shared my story with her, she looked at me with tears running down her face, and she said, "No te preocupes, ya no estás sola. Don't worry, you're not alone anymore." Because of her, great hope filled my heart and gave me the strength of mind and spirit to keep going forward. As my freshman year came to an end, the state of Washington passed the HB 1079 bill that paid for all of my tuition the next following years. You see, life is about fearlessly walking forward and letting God open doors for you. When I was asked if I could speak today, I was excited, but a part of me also wanted to say no thank you. Oftentimes, this is what we do. We say no thank you to the blessings God puts right before us. We doubt too much, we hesitate, we question, and we say no thank you. I was not chosen to speak today because my endeavors were greater than yours. I believe I was chosen to speak today because God wanted me to tell you to stop saying no thank you and to accept his blessings with open arms. The following 3 years after my freshman year have been the biggest blessing of my life. I was able to devote myself to a community that I quickly fell in love with. With the help of Marcella, the Crimson Group for Dreamers was established here at WSU in hopes of advocating for those who don't have a voice due to their immigration status. It all started with a group of 3 people that wanted to fight for a change. Today, I see its leadership and members take the reins and accomplish tremendous feats of valor, more than I ever could dream of. MSS opened its doors to me and hired me as an undocumented student to become a mentor to incoming freshmen. They provided me the opportunity to support students with words of kindness and to aid them in getting them established and persevering academically at WSU. I also became a part of the best sorority organization there is and now get to call the ladies of Lambda Theta Alpha sisters. But most importantly, I found God's graceful and healing love that has allowed me to be standing in front of you today, literally. I am aware that your story is probably extremely different than mine. Nonetheless, most of us probably come from hardworking families. I can almost guarantee that your parents sacrificed more than you would have wanted them to. I know mine did. They probably did not get the chance to graduate, to make it past high school, but at this very moment, they don't care because you did. No matter what you've been through or what you believe in, today we all have something in common. Today we can say that for them, we finally made it. In a little bit, you will be able to walk across the stage and start a new chapter of your life. So if I'm going to have one chance to give you a piece of advice, here's what I would like you to remember. All of the things going on at this very moment are all part of this journey we get to call life. I guarantee that these last 4 or 5 or however many years you were here were filled with adversity, victories, and countless memories which we all get to count as blessings. Look back to the last several years and remember your biggest accomplishments. They were all made possible because you believed in the possibilities of success. You believed in something bigger than yourself. So when life throws something at you, which it will, remember that you are simply being shaped into the human you were created to be. Continue to move forward, continue to fight, and embrace every bit of life you get to live. Thank you.